Because of the WebRTC courses, because they allowed us to launch the product in a time frame that was ready for the market during the pandemic, it allowed us to gain clients, to scale up. Since then, we've grown from 0 to 60 employees, we've grown from 0 to thousands of clients across the globe. I'm Aniket. I'm the COO and co-founder at 100ms. Our company sells live video infrastructure as a service to developers who are looking to build custom live video systems inside their websites and apps. We have been building fairly cutting edge live video technology systems for a long time, but we didn't know a lot about WebRTC. What happened is, as the pandemic hit, a lot of other engineers and sort of friends started reaching out and saying, hey, we are trying to build our own live video infra systems using this new technology called WebRTC. And we were new imports to WebRTC. We knew about live video in general, and that's when BlogGeek, Tsahi's company, I think WebRTC Weekly, a lot of those insights that they had published became very important for us as we very quickly wrapped our heads around what WebRTC is, the technology, what's happening, etc., etc. Essentially, us being able to build our platform out very quickly, and the fact that we were able to build this out and actually establish the business is in sort of in small parts due to the kind of information that BlogGeek and WebRTC Weekly and a bunch of these websites, so WebRTC Playground, I don't think we could have sort of learned as much had we not gone through some of the courses. Some of the nuances and the details are usually that are not discussed elsewhere. I think a lot of those were discussed in the WebRTC playgrounds and some of the more specific expert content which you didn't find elsewhere, and that helps make design a more reliable platform. They come from a practitioner's point of view, which is very practical as opposed to sort of having theory that isn't necessarily extend to real world scenarios. I think they are probably the only ones who do this from a more practical standpoint, things that you can actually use in the real world. I think Tsahi was super forthcoming, so we were able to chat with him a couple of times, and that sort of helped set some context. I definitely think this is something we would do all over again. I think given the time constraints that we had and the practical real world implementations that we needed to build, I think they are the only ones who provide enough context for us to be able to learn WebRTC very quickly. Would highly recommend in any scenario.